I don't know if you're like me, but I feel like something is shifting in the air in the energy of the whole global consciousness in somewhat way that the world is entering a new era. And the old structure, no matter in a family system or in a community or in a society, is kind of breaking down. It is a feeling that it's very hard to name it out, but you probably will see that people are starting to complaining about their old habits or lifestyle, or people are facing new chapters, shifting jobs, moving to new places, or starting a new chapters in their life. And for some people, that might not happen in the physical realm, but more like in the mental realm. You suddenly start to realize some of your old way of thinking doesn't work or doesn't apply to your current situation anymore, and you realize that you have to change the way how you look at the world. um, but you're not quite there yet. Some seeds have been planted in your conscious, right? So I want to talk about why I think the spiritual wealth will become much more important in the upcoming years. And not saying that material wealth will be renounced. I feel like for the past 100 years or even longer, human beings in the society have been worshiping materialism and money and put personal spiritual development aside, or not really looking within and doing inner work, but instead using religion as a way to escape the real work. Like, it's very often to see people going to the church and temple and pray. Overall, I think those are good practices, but they're not really helping us to see what is really within us, why we're still unhappy. And if you look at people around you, some of the people are not happy without money, and some of the people are not happy with money. So, is money really the problem? Or it's our relationship with ourselves is causing all these problems in our head? And if you are familiar with astrology, or you kind of pay attention to the planets' movement in the sky, you will notice that we are officially entering a new era from a cosmic standpoint. Saturn and Neptune entered Aries this year and will be staying there for quite some time, especially for Neptune. And Pluto has been staying in Aquarius since last year. Just yesterday, we have Uranus moving into Gemini. This is all fiery and airy energy, and people will be moving very quickly into like, hey, this is what I decide on. I decide to stand with this side and not that side. I decided to stay with right or left, and there's no negotiation room. This is wrong and that's right. So the world will be even more polarized than ever before, and we'll tend to see a lot of tension being pulled to two sides and forcing people to choose one side. And you will see a lot of illusions regarding duality. But I think it is very, very important in this time to look at things from a non duality perspective, meaning you can hold both sides as truth and not having to say, oh, that side is wrong and this side is right. You can look at things from different angles and saying, hey, I agree with this or I don't agree with that, but I don't have to choose a side. Or you can even say, I don't have any opinions and I choose not to stand with any side because I am myself, and I don't have to comply just because I feel like I have to. And at the same time, we will realize that because the resources are getting more and more limited. By resources, I mean physical resources. If you look at the gas, the oil, just everything physical around us, they will become some form of scarcity in that realm, the world will start to have more chaos. So everything will start to look like not in our control, like the job market, the housing market, and the stock market. So that will make you start to question what is really unchangeable or what is really stable. That will make you start to question what is really the things that are stable during these time. And I think if you look at the history, whenever there was chaos, people always practice more inner strength that can be as a form of art, poetry, um, spirituality, or even the pursuit of knowledge. So, something that's less about physical wealth, spiritual wealth will start to emerge to the surface. And I know for a lot of people, it is very hard to change or to look at the world from a new perspective. But if we continue to live the old way and thinking this is safe, and if I continue to live or think the old way, I will be good, I will say this to you. Something will happen on the outside and tell you that no, this is not going to work anymore. You have to look at why this is not working. You have to stop blaming on the outside and look within. What in your psyche, what in your consciousness that you're manifesting outside of you that you have to face as a life lesson. We have been measuring this world in the wrong standard and using the wrong currency. And I think a lot of us have already felt that no matter what money solutions or using productivity to solve the emptiness in our heart is already not sustainable. I'm looking at everything from a very material perspective will start to make us more and more conflicted. It is really time for us to find new ways to look at why I'm still feeling like this. It's still something in my heart, it's still starving for something. Where is that emptiness coming from? Something is missing from my life. And I think it is a new type of faith and it is a new type of spirituality that we are going to create together as a collective. So I think for upcoming years, we are going to create this new wealth together, but it is spiritual. And for those who will participate in this wealth creation in the spiritual realm will benefit the most through chaos. And I cannot wait to meet fellow people or fellow friends that have the same or similar mindsets. Please follow me. We will explore together how to do this and how to work on ourselves and how to do more inner work instead of always blaming on the outside and always thinking this world is miserable. Let's find the wealth that's already stored inside of us.